Yo, what is up? Welcome to your boy's channel. I'll put it right here where my channel is. Anyway, today we're gonna be playing Space Currents. I know you're gonna say space chats cannot be winning, but you know what? They can be winning. And what you all been waiting for, we got our UltraKaren right here in all her magnificent.
Hello there, I am the Acolyte of Rem, and welcome to my humble channel. Today, I will share my method of painting space chads, specifically the Ultra Chad chapter. It has come to my attention that... What is it you're doing, Acolyte? So with that, shall we begin? As you can see, I have already primed and highlighted the Ultra Chad, the primer being black, followed with a purple ink undercoat and a lighter red-purple zenithal highlight. These will be our base for highlights and shadows for our paints, which, speaking of paints, we will be using the Castle line of paints. We will be using Castle Rad's Uneven Salts, a lovely yellow, Castle's Necor Red, Castle's infamous Bad Donna Black, Castle's Ramcage Blue, the base for our Ultra Chad, Castle's Craxo White, and for the last paint we will stray from the Castle line as I'll be using Vagello's Gimmick Blue over the Ramcage Blue. Paints aside, other tools include brushes, a wet palette, and a pot of water. With our paints and tools in order, we can go ahead and begin to shake the paints, though if you're like me and have a paint mixer, go ahead and use it. If not, you can use this opportunity to get your workout for the day. Once the paints are all mixed up, we will place them on our wet palette with our brush. And we can begin layering down the first layer of Ramcage Blue. We'll do multiple thinnish layers covering all the armor for the Ultra Chad. When the Ultra Chad is all covered up like this, we'll go ahead and get the Gimmick Blue on the palette, mixing a little bit with the Ramcage Blue to act as our midtone. We'll go ahead and start painting over the areas we've already painted with the Ramcage Blue with our little midtone we just made. Then we'll be going back with pure Gimmick over the areas you'd expect to see some sort of highlight. With the Gimmick Blue added, this is our Ultra Chad now. So next we'll be painting the pistol and the armor straps black. We'll be using Bad Donna Black from Castle for this. We'll want to add this to the palette, thinning it down, then carefully we'll be painting the straps and the pistols. As you can see, here we have the pistol and the straps painted. I've also painted the thigh padding in black as well. From here, we'll be painting the armor pad, iconography, and outlines. For this process, I'll need to be extremely careful as I don't want to get paint on the armor, especially as we'll be using Castle's Craxo White. With the paint thin and on the palette, we'll carefully begin with the shoulder pad outline, taking it nice and slow to keep within the shoulder pad outline. Don't be afraid to angle yourself as needed to keep your strokes within the outlines. If we get any paint on the armor, we can fix this up by adding Gimmick Blue later. After the shoulder pads and iconography are painted in white, the armor should now be about here. We'll want to go ahead now and add the Craxo White on the remaining iconography as well as the bent outlines of the backpack. With all the bits on the armor we want painted white complete, we'll use this white as a base for the yellow we'll be applying to the armor. But before that, we'll need to paint the Ultra Chad's helmet. As this is a sergeant, we'll be using Castle's Necor Red for the helmet. Adding the red to the palette, we'll add a couple of thin layers until we get a nice solid red on that helmet. Here we have the armor painted, and as you can see there were some other bits I painted with the Necro Red as well, in this case the Seal of Pureness and part of the pistol so it stands out. We'll now return to our shoulder pads in which we'll be painting the outlines as well as the iconography in our Rad Uneven Sands Yellow by Castle, being careful not to get any on the armor. Again, take it nice and slow when applying the yellow. Though, if you do get any of the armor, we can go back over those yellow marks with the gimmick blue. With the first shoulder pad done, we'll go back to the rest of the bits we have painted white, and the armor should look like this. We're nearing completion on the Sergeant's armor, though at this time we can go ahead and clean any errors with the paints we've used thus far. For the final bit of painting, we'll be going over the yellow and white with some of the zesty brown wash I've mixed up, recipe courtesy of early fall modeling. Be sure to shake the wash well before using it on the yellow and the white bits. We'll apply the yellow in the recesses of the yellow iconography, whether the seal of pureness, and other yellow bits to help make them pop out. With the wash applied, our Sergeant's armor is ready for the battlefield. Though, of course, there are some other details we can go back to bring out and make pop further, but where we are now is appropriate for a battle-ready soldier of the UltraChads. And more importantly, is following the correct color scheme for the UltraChad chapter of the Space Chat.
Acolyte, explain to me why you choose to lie to the cosmos by claiming the armor of the Ultrasmurfs is that of blue and yellow.
Reverie Rem, I'm simply correcting a mistake we made in how we color them.
Oh, is that so? Well, please, illuminate me on how you came across this mistake.
I got a complaint from an UltraChad sergeant, and they said
a sergeant, you say? Well, clearly they have no understanding of the Ultrasmurf armor, as I have blessed their armors for eons without complaint, having painted them in spectacular fashion in armor of blue and white. But now, I will take it upon myself to educate you and to teach you, my fellow Reverie Masters of the Cosmos. I shall cleanse you of my acolyte's error as we properly paint the Ultrasmurf. Now, acolyte, prepare the camera, for you see, there is work to be done.